Hey, welcome. We're live at GM Balo. We're so excited for everybody to be here, and we're glad that you're watching. Remember, you can support our wonderful players by giving up some inspiration with your channel points as well as treasure boosts here and there. And of course, very excited because we have a new player along with a new character that's going. Brynn is joining us. Very excited to have them. Should be tons of fun. And yeah, if you're ever interested in playing any of the games, currently we have the second session of a newer campaign starting. That's on Monday nights at 9 p.m. EST. You can do that at startplaying.game/GM Balo. You could find that. We started them off at level 11, and they've already crashed an airship into the continent of Israel in Alexandria. So, because they didn't quite make it to Vasselheim, they just crashed the whole airship, and now they have to figure that out. So they're having tons of fun with that. But yes, let's see. I think anything else? Today's music is brought to you by Tabletop Audio. They have that available for free, so go ahead, use that on your streams, use that for your actual plays. It's a ton of fun, or just at home. And I think with that, we're about ready to jump in here. So, waking up for breakfast at the tavern you've been able to stay at here. It is, as often is the case around Stillborn and all of Ocean, it's not really morning because it's nighttime, as it always is in Astoria. It's dark, and it's just the red glass tinted lights that keep wildlife away that kind of get just slightly brighter here in the Miners' Respite Inn. To make it down, most of the other ones here, besides the adventurers you came with, are just kind of common folk, dirty looking. Looks like they've been having a rough time in the mines themselves. And of course, the ones you came with, they're having their breakfast, and they're just kind of nod to you. They're planning on getting onto the ferry in a little bit if you want to join them on their way to the city of Lunsk. Is up to you. Is there anything you'd like to do here before it's time for the ferry?
Yeah, I was just going to. I believe the hag stayed today, this morning. So March is just going to go over to them and do them adieu. And that we will obviously be able to communicate to them again if we need them. But if they ever need us, to not hesitate to do the same.
Thank you. As currently, they do look like the three younger women who were just needing strong adventurers to ferry them forth. And they're instead of Sig Nasty, they're going by Amelia and Aberoth.
Where do you think your journeys will take you?
That is a good question. We've heard many things of the surface, and there's been rumors here. We've heard of an Augschwef that we are very interested in. Apparently, it's been killing people and requiring a tithe across the lake here. We were wondering why it is here and what it is.
Or maybe our paths will surely cross again, I'm sure.
Yes. We remain friendly to business with you. You kept your word, and as we kept ours, and we were willing to continue that. You seem morally ambiguous enough for our tastes.
Well, we are full of surprises, surely, and as is you all are as well.
Yeah. You headed to Lunsk then?
I believe so. Not only do we have friends from there, but it's also where our journey, it seems, destined. It seems like everyone is meeting destiny quite often these days.
It's a wide world. We're thinking of getting to Void eventually if you make it there. But again, if you need help, we can see if arrangements can be made. So, Cassius, did you have anything?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to, if not see them at the ferry, or probably catch them before the night ended.
Sure.
Cassius wanted to talk to Meme specifically, but if the other witches are there, you'll talk to them as well.
Yeah. Mei now going by Abilene in her new little illusion here. She's again, she's always the one that looks like you're not sure if she wants to do business or just eat you. But this is yes. What'd you want?
Before I start, I guess I have to thank you for saving us back in those caverns. Things were pretty dire, and if it weren't for you, none of us would be here to see the day. I won't forget that, especially. And there's no doubt that we will, as a group, try and help you out as much as we can, but I would like to make a personal stake in that matter. If you were to let us assist you in any future dealings you have on the surface, I would like something in return.
What do you think? What are you asking?
And like Cassius is kind of just like doubling back, see if no one can actually hear him.
I'm paying attention to this.
You know of my lineage. You know of where I've come from, where people have lost since the fall of the gods, and
You've taken a nasty tumble.
I guess now that this group has kind of taken me in and has become, I guess, much more than just a ragtag group of people that I want to make money with, I feel the need to make sure of their survival. So, if there's any way that you can grant me any additional boons, make a pact.
I see.
I know what that entails, and I know that's not an easy thing to achieve, but I don't have anyone to talk to about this. If there are no gods, who else am I to go to?
What you ask is indeed a big share of power and concentration on my end. Since we have gotten close and have been trustworthy travelers, I'll say such a thing with me. There are all types of things I may ask you to do. I need those who can travel under such a bright, shining guise as you. Places where they'd be a little more protective of what I want if I were to go. If you would be that vessel. And come to my aid should I need you. Our deal can be struck.
By my word, you'll have it.
So we'll say this kind of happen at night, because they'll go ahead and the three of them will take you to their room.
Spicy.
They have not that spicy, and
I want to go. What the heck? Since
welcome
I've
to
been
try.
following this conversation discreetly, I would try and follow Cassius. Because I don't know if I trust them. And also, Kintura may or may not be wanting to participate in deception. But anyways, I would attempt to follow.
Ooh.
Get to the door. Go. Participants only.
What if I'm willing to participate?
You wish to enter a contract.
Perhaps.
Cassius is like a big what the fuck moment right now. Like, what?
Fine, I will stand guard outside. I'll stand outside, but I'm going to be
Okay.
listening to this whole thing.
Okay.
Cassius will put the immovable rod at the door and click it. Let's go.
Like, it's just being a whole strength fest. Like, I'm stronger. I have more skill.
In that case, once you get in, they conjure up this large,
Music change.
cauldron. It lights. You see a smoke kind of and steam rises above. It doesn't seem to leave the room. It seems to be magically confined. Strange. And they begin mumbling in Sylvan. Various things. At least the two sisters do. May mumbles in Infernal.
Question. Can I hear this at all? Because I do understand Sylvan.
Yes, you can
Okay.
hear.
Good, because Cassius doesn't, but he does speak Infernal.
Ah, so you need me. Interesting.
And in Sylvan, they're chanting, "Blood will bind, so that help comes in time. Blood will bind, so that help comes in time."
Gee, that was too quick.
Oh. And an Infernal. This deal is done with flesh and blood, not of soul. the three cut themselves, and the blood goes into the cauldron, and the smoke turns blood red. The liquid itself seems to take on a rotten, like rotted flesh smell mixed with salty water. And they hand 3 daggers to you as they combine into one that seems to be like triple bladed, all parallel, so you could cut thrice in one stroke.
Cassius will take it, and I guess he'll pull his mask down, revealing like the slight runes on his chin, mixed with the focus on the that's like pierced in his chin, and kind of just nick it. So there's like 3 serrated edges going across, kind of ruining the rune.
Yeah. There's this white energy that surrounds your blood. When it hits, the cauldron begins to overflow, almost like starched water as it moves about and drips and singes on the flames, though they're not extinguished, but a steam fills the room. You breathe it in. It's warm. You can't help feel that within the dampness that you breathe in, something crawls as Mei produces this double goblet. It's like 2 fused together, crafted as one. Dips it into the concoction. She drinks and hands the other one to you, and then hands the whole thing to you so that you can drink out of your end.
Take a second and kind of make sure no one's at the door, and then immediately just like chug it.
Yeah. There is what first seems like pain, but is more of intense discomfort. Doesn't make you want to scream, but just makes your skin crawl right around one of your runes. And they hold up a mirror as you see it has split into 2. One of the celestial language rune has split into 2, one infernal, one sylvan rune. He speaks in common, almost exhausted. It is done. You have a portion of my knowledge and power, always, as well as a connection. We are bound now, Fallen One. You have chosen another one to be under. Curious. But I sincerely hope this will help you aid your friends, and you get what you wanted out of it.
Cassius kind of feels around the rune, stands up without saying anything, gives a nod, and then he'll go to the door, take off the movable rod, and open the door. And is Kentura still there?
Kentura falls through.
Sorry.
I don't say a word. I just immediately go back to my room.
I'll follow him.
Stalker.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if you follow, I'll stop you in the hallway. You found out what you wanted to know.
I mean, I'm just curious at times about the secrets that this group chooses to keep from each other or attempt to. I hope you got what you were looking for in there.
I was half expecting something more volatile, but I guess with
You
things
mean
like
that
this,
wasn't?
not what I think is going to come after that.
Hmm.
Don't tell anybody about this. I'm not ready for them to know. I don't know how they'll take it.
Your secret is safe with us.
Right, there's two of you.
Yeah, she'll peek out and just wave at you and then slump back inside. Don't worry, she can't talk.
Good. If it makes you
Yet.
feel any better, I did it for you guys.
I know. I think you're a good person, Cassius. I just worry about you sometimes. Sometimes I feel like everybody in this group is willing to die for each other, but we don't actually make each other aware that we care, you know?
You're right. I think before you said that to me, I would have said, so what? This world is unforgiving. This world doesn't have the luxury of having bonds like that, but you guys changed me.
Same. Well, I guess I'll leave you then. And I'll take off back downstairs.
Yeah, Cassius will go back to his room.
Ride together or die together, ride together.
Yeah.
Just so Robin the player knows what happened, did you just multi-class in Warlock?
No, this
Okay.
is a step towards a transformation.
Ah, cool. That's sick.
Hell yeah.
So it is in your dreams that you feel a tug. You see yourself as you were. Bright wings from tip to tip. And it's beautiful, shining. And then a feather falls off and lands in your hand in your current form. As it does, it turns gray and then black in your hand. And then dissolves to dust. As you look up, there are now hundreds of feathers falling off, each one turning black and dusty until they're gone. And you see the light above close, Until there is a... Now help me out. Are you going for a Fey here?
Fiend.
Fiend, okay. So I was trying to work on here. Until there is a dark red heat that moves from beneath. Smells of brimstone and fire. And you look above. And now leather seems to be growing, spanning the once feathery formation. And you may have transformation level 1.
Go, 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 go.
Oh boy, oh boy.
You can describe what everyone sees when they see you, if anything.
Let me just pull up the player's guide because that's on my other computer. I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. If Cassius is coming down and there's anything, I don't think there's really anything to hide on Cassius. I think he will come down, forgetting that his mask is down, so he'll just come down, and you'll see that the rune has just been scarred over, kind of malformed, and then as soon as anyone has looks at him, he'll just quickly cover his face and sit back down with you all up. I don't think anything else is more noticeable yet. Just that thing.
All right. Then anything else before we move on here?
So does anybody get a glimpse of that?
I could say you all probably would, as you would see. Whoever would like to, I think. Ross has left that open.
Yeah.
And it's on. You said there's like the scar on your face, right?
Yeah, like he spent most of this journey like kind of hiding his lower half of his face. And if for many brief moments that you've seen him without it, you'd know like there's like this ruby piercing that's like on his like just under the lip, and like surrounding that is a celestial rune. But you'd see that jewel is corroded a little bit, and there's like 3 slashes across the chin.
Lamartus having his half mask on that covers his more spectral Nyx looking face. He points. He's like, "If you want, I can make you one of these, but I hope you're doing well."
Yeah. I'll think about it, but we'll be okay. So what's next?
Well, I think this place, someone needs to turn on the lights, light a match, and maybe we can do that. We need to find some friends, find the, answer to the void. I like to say that in hushed tones because I really don't want to, any of the citizens hear us talking about that, but maybe we should head to the ferry and maybe we can find some friends. And just if I remember right, Gorgo's from Lunsk, right?
She settled in recent years in Lunsk. That's like her base of operations.
Cool. So hopefully maybe Gorgo can reconnect with some contacts in Lunsk and we can find more of what we need to know.
Okay.
As they're sitting for breakfast, I think Gorgo will lean to whoever's next to her. It'd probably Pescal makes the most sense because Kintura saw everything that happened last night. But Gorgo would lean over and be like, "Gosh, this vibe is like a little off. Do you think he got lucky last night?"
Definitely.
Oh
He
yes,
seems too happy.
too happy. Yes, I agree.
Oh
I
shit.
think at this point, Torlin's brought over a lot of food just for herself because she eats a lot. And she'd be like, "Do you mind if I like tag along with you guys? Because while I could go off on my own and look for my sister and stuff, I think it might be best to kind of, partner up with people just so I don't get trapped in a underground beetle prison again."
While like in the middle of chewing like a ton of food, Pesco will just shout like "Strong lady stays."
Lamartus will see this, and he's maybe has a coffee and like a toast with like I don't know, like a few pieces of bacon, and he's like, "I would definitely welcome you to our party, but you just have to promise that if we encounter any eating competitions again, you are definitely the one volunteering."
Well, sure.
You hear that, Pascal? You won't have to eat any more bad food.
He says I don't want to.
Oh no.
I don't
I-
want you to lose and embarrass yourself like that again.
Well, now that we're amongst the living people, at least I can throw up and they won't murder me for it.
That is true, unless you get it on a big, strong, angry, insecure man.
That's why I can vanish.
That is true.
All right. In that case, it sounds like you don't engage with the other group at all, and then it comes time to check out and to board the ferry.
Yeah, because they're coming with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would get the talking done, I guess, on the ferry.
Ventura covered our whole tab, right?
Right. Tab.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
We did kind of pay in advance last night.
Yeah, probably. I would say between everything, another gold would cover just about everything.
I can do it.
Everybody ate.
Awesome.
Move out. There is a human. So as you move out, Corin. So the you've been dealing with the innkeeper here. His name is Lennox, and towards the end, Lennox comes like, "Hey, well, the ferry is ready. Corin will be taking you," and Corin comes out and holds Lennox's hand. These two men are there as going, and he gives him a quick kiss on the cheek. Says, "Be safe, huh? Don't get yourself killed. Make sure you pay your tithe." "Yes, I will, Lennox. Come on." And Corin goes, "I am Corin. I understand you wish purchase across to the lake."
Sure thing, buddy. How much?
That would be 5 gold apiece.
Steep. Okay.
Or I can turn into something big enough to carry us for free.
Pascal, can you?
Yeah, I can have a swimming speed now.
I'll just pay for myself and Gorgo.
Same.
I'm gonna pay for
I'll
myself.
pay for myself and the crones.
Okay. All right.
Well, I'll pay
I'll
for
pay for
myself.
You notice
myself.
that as you come and give these golds, you see some miners and other people all paying 2 copper.
What the fuck? I'm gonna
'cause we have
ask
money,
what
isn't
the
it?
fuck. Why do we have to pay so much?
You are not local.
Well, I'm about to be local, and I'll jump into the water after I have paid for myself.
You want to irritate the Agsfif. That is up to you.
Wait, can I walk to the front? Do I recognize this person?
Yeah, you would. Go.
Hello! Old friend, I am back home.
It's good to see you. He's kind of a little nervous, but how is the hunting?
Oh, I have not done a lot of, I have been accruing a list, really, so I have a lot of work to do once I get back home.
Anyone I know?
No, my friend, don't you worry. Your people are safe. For now. Winky, winky.
5 gold.
Is there
Okay.
any work you would like me to do for you? For a discount, I would be happy to do you a favor.
If like, I'll give you the rest, the price of the rest, if you can bring me a large deer.
Alrighty. I will be on it.
And no, never mind.
Can I insight
Dear.
check that? What was that?
Go ahead.
Oh, this is not very... Oh, well, no. 14.
14. Yeah, you know this look. This is someone who's been emotionally scorned. It's very similar. You know it because you've worn it often. They gave a thought to what your offer usually entails, and they just kind of was like, no.
I will become very grave and serious, and I will reach out very gently and touch his arm, and I will say, I will get you the deer. But you know where I am if you ever change your mind.
Yes. And get a little uncomfortable, but takes the 2 copper, and for the rest it will be 5 gold.
I'm gonna turn into a 2-headed crocodile and just follow.
And Gorgo, in this conversation, what you'll get is that he pays a tithe to this lake monster by the name of the Aglisfef.
Okay. One more time? The Aglisflif?
Aglisfif. I'm going to give you the spelling, but it's not going to help you.
Yeah, true, yes.
So when Lamartis pays, so since we're paying non-local rates, I expect not to lift a finger if we get into any problems on the lake.
It kind of sighs. I'm just trying to keep my business working.
I may understood. No harm, no foul. I have the money to pay, and can respect someone who has a little hustle.
Kind of pauses because actually go and make a persuasion check.
Or
It could be persuasion or intimidation, your choice.
both of them are +4 for a 22.
Ooh.
Pauses. Kind of just listen. I don't want to make enemies. Things go wrong occasionally. I'll be quite straight with you. Every month I must pay 100 gold or equivalent of a large animal to keep the Reglisfith from interfering in my business. I do this.
Does anybody
by...
else hear this, by the way?
Yeah, you can be around.
Oh,
The miners, they are simple people, not of any means. They will never see 5 gold in their life. I keep 2 copper for them. Those that can afford it, I have them help with the tithe. This means nothing. I don't mean to offend or alienate. If you're able to help in any other way, and Gogo, are you with this gentleman?
Yes, of course, this is my good friend, Mr. Le Martes.
Then if you can get me the deer by the end of the week, that is doable. I don't... Like I said, this is not for alienation or cheating. This is to continue the business.
Well,
and what if we could do something about the algae swift? Aglicliff.
She says that all wrong in character.
Aggressive, yes.
Get out. No.
Apologies, everybody.
All
Yes.
good.
If you... kind of doesn't know you, so kind of lets their gaze go from you to Gorgo. I know you better than to take a hunt you cannot finish. I trust you.
There are not a lot of good people left in this world, and what you are trying to do for these miners to get them across it is a very noble endeavor. We will do our best to help you.
If, I tell you, if you are able to kill or take care of this creature, you may have free passage on my ferry anytime. But that is a deal in of itself.
I wouldn't try to bite more than we could chew now. Plus, if one big creature is ridden from a lake, I couldn't imagine that only some other big creature, whether it is human or not, will take its place.
Yes. So, if it's, you tell me if you can get me... I have enough tithe to make a few more journeys. But Finlunsk, before I leave, you're able to get me this deer? Is that possible, Gorgo?
I will
Maybe
turn
a
and
few.
huddle with Le Martes and my friends. Hello, everybody. Okay, so what is the
I'm gonna
plan?
try
We
to-
can bring 2 deer, or we can try to kill this big monster.
I do not want to kill a monster that honestly just seems to not want to be disturbed in its habitat. But
Yeah, but
we could definitely go hunting. when we get to Lunks, and I flip 10 gold for my passage to Corin.
Grabs it. Thank you.
I personally have issues with people who are being exploited. And I feel like we could help them.
Out of character, was this something that the crones were thinking of doing when they were talking to Lamartis? Or is that something else entirely?
They mentioned the Agrishvith as being very interested in it.
Right. Cassius won't say anything because he wasn't there for that.
I'm gonna shift my consciousness into my end because I can't talk otherwise. Because I'm an animal. And say I think we should kill it.
I think if Belle were here, she would also want to help these people, so that is what I vote we do.
Lamartis sighs. He's like, every fucking time. And he casts mage armor. He's like, well, I can't let any of you get killed. If one of you idiots decide to bark up the wrong tree, I guess I will come saving.
Kentura does not understand this metaphor and says, okay, I will go barking at trees.
All right, the Gorgo will turn back around and say, okay, so here is the situation. We are going to do some reconnaissance, and we will figure out if we want to fight this creature. And then you may have a deal.
Good. But the deer for you, yes. Okay, good. Then, whatever you all wish to kind of give here, kind of signaling how into this situation you are, goes, right. So, let us move, huh? And everyone gets on. You see the others go ahead and pay their gold, 5 gold each. They all get on as we begin. The way this works is there are ropes that are tied here. Across as it's like seems to be ropes that go across the lake to Lunsk, and
Sorry.
You see Corin, once he gets everybody aboard, kind of releases something, and it's almost essentially like a steam powered engine starts to move, and everything begins to power the ferry across in a straight line across Glasswater Lake. So, Quinturi on the boat. Pascal, you are swimming?
Yeah, I'm swimming as a 2-headed crocodile with my 3 skeletons on my back.
That is
I
creepy.
wouldn't mind swimming as well. Just to try and like keep an eye out underwater, since that is where I am from.
Alright. In that case, go ahead and make a
Oh, and
perception
despite
check.
the fact that it's 3 skeletons, they're still doing a silly dance. So
I'll use my inspiration for advantage. You said perception?
Yes.
While Kintor is looking underwater, Gorgo would like to look on the sky, like the shore, like the whatever that's called, the horizon line or whatever, across
18.
the water.
18. Okay. Diane started. Children. Okay.
Can I also try to perceive underwater or no?
I would say between this, you both see large tendrils crawling up the boat and around you. Below, about 60 feet, you see this cellular creature. You can almost see through it. It has a soft green glow. It's jelly-like. Kintura, you recognize this as a type of jellyfish, but large, apparently made for fresh water.
Could I attempt to speak to it since I have beast whispers?
It is not a beast.
Then can I just try and speak to it in general?
Girl, what do you want to do?
I will say, hello there, oh great one.
It does not seem to respond.
All right. Could I pop my head out of the water and be like, there's a big ass beast down here?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Sorry. D&D Beyond this was like really weird all of a sudden. Like everything crashed in front of me.
Oh, that hasn't happened to me yet. Now I'm in the middle of making a feat for this fiend stuff.
I was like, oh no. There we go.
I found the lycanthrope stuff was homebrewed already by other people. I don't know if they have the fiend stuff already homebrewed.
I checked. No,
Oh, bummer.
it's all right. It's all right. I'll save Jonathan the trouble.
Okay. All right. So, as you alert everybody, Corn yells, "Ah! We have another thing that's run away from it. Everyone ready!"
Oh boy.
And as he yells this, Morphia, tucked away under, trying to get a free ride. You see these tendrils making their way. You realize that there's something ready to eat the ship.
Whoa.
And with that,
big?
oh, there's tendrils all over this thing.
Oh no.
I would say tendrils, like it's larger than the ferry, is the width of the amount of tendrils that are coming up. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh boy. Come on, don't be bad.
Bryn, we roll initiative in D&D Beyond, but everything else can be rolled with physical dice.
Yes, please.
I had to roll at disadvantage and I still got a 21.
Why'd you roll a disadvantage?
I have exhaustion 1.
Oh no, we long rested. Oh, that's
I had 2
right.
levels of exhaustion.
That's right.
That
Oh, wow.
stinks.
Oh yeah, I've been there, done that. Don't want it.
Yeah, at least this time I'm not perceptive enough to hear screaming.
Yeah, I'm sorry
right.
that me and Gorgo were too much of badasses.
I was so excited and then it really bit us in the ass.
24 is outrageous.
All right.
That is true.
So,
Best thing ever.
all right. So now you see the tendrils now move up, surrounding all of you, as well as those in the water. One of the tentacles here is going to go for the crocodile. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
What size is your form here?
I'm a large beast.
Okay. That's going to be 12 piercing damage and 19 psychic damage. And you are grappled.
Blech.
All right, I am unconscious.
Doesn't your form just go back?
Oh, do I just go back?
Yeah, just go back and
just go back.
it sucks up all the.
Anything over comes to your main HP.
Okay, cool. Then I am good. I thought for a second that I was like close. I was like 3 points away from being dead if that wasn't the case.
Oh.
That's crazy. Okay, cool. Then I am now just a human again, and the skeleton just fall in the water.
Okay. The second tentacle is going around Kintura for 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right. They wrap around the pieces of it, digging in deep and then stinging you as you feel this pain going up your brain stem. It's like an intense migraine for 12 piercing damage and 7 psychic damage. And you become grappled.
Lovely.
Torlin, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. And it's just skill checks, not saving throws, correct?
Correct.
At a disadvantage. Oh, it's a nat 20 for 25.
Let's go.
Okay. You see now the tendrils that have come up all over the boat and everyone have begun to like wind their way up legs and around, and there's this toxin that they don't fully pierce the skin to bleed, but just enough to put something in, like causing a stiffness, but it doesn't seem to be fully affecting you right now. Lamartis. Oh, sorry, Torlin, it is your turn.
I'm going to attack a tendril.
Okay.
13.
13 hits.
Ooh, nice. That's 8 damage. And then I'm going to attack again
All right.
for a natural 20.
Let's go.
Nice.
For 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to smack it with the butt with my bonus action for a 25
That hits.
for 7 bludgeoning.
Okay. Excellent. So, you smack this tendril, starts to look beat up. There is movement. The fairy starts to skirt a little bit as it's getting aggravated. Anything else?
No, I'm not going to use my my Axe of Surge yet.
Okay. In that case, Lamartis, go ahead and please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Whack. We'll come back, and this is not the only time, but I rolled a 20.
Cool.
Okay, 20. All right, and it's your turn.
Martis, having one hand now, uses his less dominant hand, as he is ambidextrous, as there's many things that happen when you practice on yourself for blood magic. So he's used to using both, but hasn't in a while. He starts doing some things, and his eyes glow a bright red as he starts to sense the life force within this creature. To cast Sense Lifeblood.
Yep.
And Can I tell by this, because you're with the spell, you're able to tell how two or more creatures you can see are related biologically. Can I see if there any relation to Kentura in this in this creature?
Correct. No relation.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Is it at half or below half health?
No.
Okay, perfect. I will. I was doing this at second level. Okay, and then I will attack it with a firebolt.
Okay.
I don't know if that hits. Math. Work math. 14.
14 will hit the tendrils. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And, that's going to be 13 fire.
Okay. All right. You see their moistness of the water around seems to give it resistance to that.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
That is all.
All right. Kintura.
Is this thing related to me?
Uh,
Okay, so
All right. I do need a Constitution save
What?
at the beginning of your turn.
Okay. Hiya. Bitch, come on. 8.
8. The toxin here digs deep into your muscles. You find them stiffen up. And as you look, it seems as though your skin is turning into coral. You are restrained.
Okay. Is my twin spirit restrained?
No.
All right. Now I have a couple of jackass questions. So, one, if I am restrained and like beat up, that thing can still deliver spells, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question: if I'm transformed into Shark Boy, can my thing still deliver spells, or no? Because I cannot cast, so I can't communicate that.
Correct. So I believe you can only, because it doesn't cast spells, it delivers spells you cast.
It delivers spells. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, but I'm grappled, and can I move at all or do anything? I can't, right?
You have movement of 0.
Okay. So now hypothetical.
You have disadvantage on attacks, melee attacks.
Okay. My twin spirit, what is this? What are they? Spectre. They're specters. Has the speed of 50 feet. Can she go to the main part of this like jellyfish creature and deliver a spell?
Yeah.
Okay. That is assuming we hit it. All right. I'm gonna try to do life drain because that'll reduce the hit point maximum. So she's gonna try and life drain this guy for nat 20 plus 4.
Oh,
Nice. Crit.
And that is, it says hit, and then it says 10 3d6 necrotic damage. I don't know what that means.
Okay,
It's
so roll 66 for the crit.
66. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 14. And then it says the target must save on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, or its hit point max is reduced by the damage that was taken, or something.
What's the
amount.
DC? 10?
Yeah. which
Okay, it
isn't very
succeeds. There you go.
high.
All right, but just take the damage. It kind of moves away.
And then I don't think I can do anything else, right? Or can I still cast a spell? Because that's the Spectre spell. It's just confusing. I'm sorry.
I believe you cast spells through the Spectre, so it's your action moving through the Spectre.
Okay. Even though that spell is the Spectre's ability itself?
So it wasn't a spell then. You used the Spectre's ability.
Yeah.
So you can still cast a spell, yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I will cast Chromatic Orb. Let's see here. That is 18 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 16 lightning damage.
Okay, yeah. It's looking real hurt.
Can I action surge?
Yeah.
All right. I will action surge and cast that again. Why is this like this? There we go. That is 11 to hit.
That'll miss.
I will expend 2 sorcerer points and re-roll that d20.
It's nice.
I will not take no for an answer. But I have to keep this roll, whatever it is, so. 13.
Hits.
Nice.
Yes! Okay, that is 23 lightning damage.
Oh
How do you
my
want to
God.
kill it?
Whoa.
Whoa.
I just want to electrocute the shit out of this thing until it basically turns into gelatinous substance glue floating around in the
Yeah,
water.
you got it. As it all dissolves, the tendrils retreat off the ship.
Tasty.
I want to turn back into an alligator and save all my skeletons.
You got it. And I guess no one else got to go. Okay. That was-
Yeah. I was mainly just looking at
Sorry.
the crones like, wait, that thing?
I don't think that was the monster. I think that was just the jellyfish.
Can we look to the ferry driver? My friend, what is his name?
Boring.
Does he look like that was new creature that he is so worried about?
No, that was a. He calls it an invader. That is. Oh, it's probably an invader.
Yeah, that's another cool.
They occasionally things see if they can make their home in the lake, and the Algosif says no.
So what you
Well,
were
we
saying
say
is,
no today.
yes, we did the August with a favor.
Yes, unless it was already hurt by it, then you just cleaned up its mess.
And so, like, from like comparison compared to the invader and the, hold on, I'm going to say it right this time. The Uglishwith, Uglishwith.
Algosif.
Like, how much harder do you think it would be to kill, like in comparison?
I don't know. Seems it did enough to get it to walk away, or swim away.
So, I have a question real quick. As a two-headed crocodile, it says, well, crocodile's head is asleep, the other is awake. Can I receive any kind of rest from this?
Oh no.
I'm so done with you.
That's so great.
Kintora, that was really impressive what you and your sister just did.
Thank you.
Yeah, save some for the rest of us next time.
Yeah. Maybe if you were stronger. we could,
I agree.
help out next time.
All right. During all this, Morphia, what were you doing?
I think I was watching what everyone was doing, just kind of sitting on the side, like on the like railing of the ship, just like swinging my legs, just watching. And I feel like afterwards, when everything is done, I would walk over to Kintura and just be like, "That was impressive." But I imagine that my voice when I talk sounds like someone just layered my voice a billion times over, so like it's kind of echoey. So like,
That's awesome.
yeah, I just say that was impressive.
Kintura, since that poison is in you, I do need another Constitution save to see if you turn to coral.
What the
Imagine! Oh my god. Okay. I'm not opening my eyes.
As you turn to coral.
Can I use my... Okay.
I have lesser restoration if that's I think it's what's needed here because it's the paralyzed.
I rolled 18.
Okay.
You rolled 18. Okay. So you don't become petrified.
That I can't help with.
And you were okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Gorgo
Oh
is very fascinated by the mechanics of this toxin, and she's going to, while Kentora is fighting for her life, study it very much. Like, what is the science behind what is happening?
I'll help you with that.
Make a nature check real quick to see if you can get a sample.
I can't help with that.
Well, I have seen you approach Morphia.
I feel
Or
like
do you just like come up behind me talking in echoes?
I feel like I would just come up behind you. I don't know anything about social cues.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna just like instinctively punch you.
Fair.
Shit. Okay. Oh, nice. That's a 9 to hit.
No.
Okay.
I feel like
I'll just miss.
I lightly catch your hand and hold it down here.
Oh,
just like
sorry.
down like by me, just like hold it.
Sorry, you scared me. Thank you.
I apologize.
Who are you thinking? None of us really did anything. I walk
ignore
up.
you. I ignore you.
Whoa.
I'm impressed with the person that killed the thing, and you showed up.
Yeah, he does that.
Mm.
You can't see my face, but I'm just just frozen in what the hell did I just was happening here, and I walk away. Like I've had it. I'm talking to Lamartis now. I'm sitting with him.
And when he sits next to me and say, like, noticing, does Morphia like look stronger? Well, obviously she just caught Kentura's fist, so I'll say, well, you were once the second strongest of the party. It looks like you're the fourth.
Lamartis, we were getting on so well until you just said that.
Man, I
Morphia.
gotta keep the humor going. Trust me, with the years and years of just going back and forth between planes, you need to keep a sense of humor.
You, a funny guy, would blows my mind.
Oh,
Gorgo is, like,
I guess I could introduce myself. As I'm still holding Kentura's hands in my hand, I say, my name is Morphia, and that is all I know. Nice to meet you all.
Yeah. So at this point, as everyone's kind of seen everybody, Morphia, why don't you describe your character, and everyone else can describe theirs for your benefit here.
Sure. Morphia is like a grayish blue color all over. Her skin is. Her hair, I imagine like what you would think a futuristic alien would kind of look like, only she's like very clearly from the past in a way. But she has hair that's in like a really high ponytail, and it's shaved up to the ponytail only. And I imagine that her hair looks kind of like almost glass, kind of like interesting looking. And she's wearing basically an armor bikini. That's it. But she's all blue, including her eyes.
Nice. All right.
Katura, you're being grappled. You go first.
We're just holding
Alright.
hands. I'm just holding her hand.
Grappled.
Yeah. How dare. I was grappled. No thanks to you. So Kentura
nice.
is a Laneshi, which is like a underwater creature. So she's like all green, a little scaly. I have gills, and like kelp-like hair tied off into like a top knot, kind of. And then I have a detachable twin spirit that kind of lingers around me. She has a name of which nobody knows yet. But yeah, so she's just like big, green, slimy, gross, sharp teeth, but also like really buff.
Hot. There we go. Kita from Atlantis.
Yeah.
Torlin will be looking over the side, and you'll kind of just like see her looking to see, is the jellyfish dead? Are we gonna get attacked again? Kind of like looking. And she's a very large woman. Like, she's 7 foot tall. She has like very large muscles, like packed away beneath leather and padded armor. And she has a spear and a shield, and her hair is like braided and tied up out of the way, so it doesn't get in her face while she beats things up.
All right.
She's an ogreish, that's why she's so big.
Large.
See, Lamartis is wearing a half mask that is almost like Phantom of the Opera-esque. Underneath that mask is like a spectral Nyx, if you're ever played the Myth of the Theros. It's kind of like that, like a starry-ish, and he has one hand currently. In that palm of that hand is a tied-up bloodstone. He wears a long coat that, as you can see, is black and red, with in a diamond pattern. He pretty much just wears black and red throughout his attire. He has a side-shaven head with a ponytail up in a bun that is tied in a little wooden stake. And he does look elven for the most part, but you can tell that he has hard. It's a lot better now, but he sometimes look like he's almost fading, or different parts of him are getting the Nyx-ness. But yes, you can tell that he is definitely has a book on his side, and he's either a student, or was a student, or a student of the arts, magic, maybe all three. He has green eyes.
Cassius, who's sitting next to Lamartis on the boat and kind of just staring off towards a group of 3 women over in the corner over there, is Downcast, which is kind of this world's version of Nasamar, but not as like shining with any divine lights. He's got kind of like tan bronze colored skin, dark blonde hair that's kind of long and is held back in a ponytail. He's wearing heavy armor that's it's not different. This is the armor from Lord of the Dreams. So this is like this like blood maroon colored heavy armor that's like has some kind of like flowered filigree on like some of the edging, and this one symbol on the chest. And he's carrying around a older looking sword with like a bone scabbard that he's just had like fiddling with, and his eyes are kind of just glowing with this kind of just bright orange light. You still see some of the irises and the pupils and stuff like that, and you don't see the bottom half of his face is being covered by like a gator mask.
Oh, sorry. You see, you didn't get much of Pascal because I'm an alligator now. But what you did get to see is he's a very like dopey looking satyr with he wears like mostly like black like baggy clothes over most of his body. But what you can see is he has a lot of scars over his like on his face and on his hands. Looks very like plain and just like stupid. Like he doesn't have a lot going on upstairs.
Hell yeah.
Gorgo, she is right now looking like a human. She's like kind of decked out in like a lot of dirty and recycled stuff. Like she has scale mail and like a cloak, but it all looks like another man's trash, or like one man's trash is another man's treasure kind of a thing. Like she has all of this jewelry, but it's all disgusting and garbage. She right now has a crossbow trained on you. As soon as Kintura shows any aggression towards you, it's almost as if Gorgo doesn't think. She is just ready and cautiously figuring out what the situation is going to be. Her hair is up and to the back in like a thick ponytail situation. She has like these thick, like at a glance they would probably look like dreads, but while eyeing you, the cords of hair that were wrapping the rest of the hair together sort of unwinds, and all of these cords come to the front, and you can tell that they are snakes, and all of these little eyes are blinking at you, trying to size you up.
Ew.
All right. I think that is everybody.
First of all, the minis are fucking sick, dude. Look at her. I didn't think it was gonna look that cool. But anyway.
Shout out to the art department, first of all. Let's
Way to go, art department!
Woo!
There she is.
Yes, the hand. That's why you'd say thank you thing. Just, like to get around here.
The hand of all. Just...
Yes. All right.
Bengals hand.
So. Then you may continue with your conversation. Just wanted to give everyone a picture of what's going on.
Okay. I'm still holding Kintura's hand, and I have introduced myself. I'm holding her hand with both of my hands.
Gorgo will look around at her party and look around at these other people on the boat, and then look at Morphia. Is it Morphia or Morphia?
Morphia. Like
Morphia.
Morpheus, the god of sleep. But
Oh
Yeah,
my
cool.
goodness. That is very cool. Okay. So, and she is like, you do not look like you are from around here. In fact, you kind of look more like one of us.
I'm from here, I think. But it doesn't look like this. Like it looks
I
different.
will take my hand away.
It just slides out. Like I'm sorry.
What do you mean by not from now?
I'm not really sure anymore. But I woke up and I'm here. So
We had a friend once who also could not remember a lot of his life from before. He woke up in another dimension and was like, whoa, where had I been?
interesting.
But then he died, and it was really very sad.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We have before.
Huh?
You good?
You were deep. You were deep in the Stellenwald. Your people, the dwarves, found you when the war was going on.
That sounds right.
It's another.
The small people.
Yes, those.
Yes.
Yeah, it's more people. It seems like your people decided to stow away and get safety from their own calamity. It seems like history repeats itself, but now you're introduced to a new world, and I'm fighting to get back just because of everything that was happening at the College of Omar's Gate.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I can tell you that's true.
Well, I hope you find yourself.
Why is it that you are on a ferry to Lunsk?
I'm just trying to figure out where I am, and I think you had to pay to get on here, but I don't know. I don't have any money, so.
Don't
But
worry, we are not the narcs.
I appreciate that. But I'm just trying to make my way and see where I am.
Right now, you're in Astoria, where obviously the sun isn't shining. But for a dreamer like yourself, this should be a great place to sleep, seeing as it's always dark here.
I love sleeping. It's the only time I feel like I'm fully myself.
Have you ever thought of writing your dreams down, or what you remember after you wake?
No, I haven't. That might
Let's
be an
help you.
interesting idea.
You know... Go ahead, Lamartes.
In the college, we used to do dream studies to find what different ways to contact different realms, and there's still lots of different classes on that at the Great College. Well, there were classes like that at the Great College. He kind of looks sad, but it might help you.
I like walk across to him and I kind of like sit on the ground next to him, and I'm like, I'd like to hear more about that.
Well, I guess I never took the class, but one of my friends did. I guess I can go over a little bit with you, and I go on like dream theory and contacting different planes and the power of the power and possibility of dreams being like a gateway to another like dimensions and or a possible past life, and how a lot of people try to use dreams to change the reality that their waking reality and things like that.
You know so much about this stuff, Lamartis.
Well,
Is that why you're so detached a bit?
well,
Not with a negative connotation?
no, I'm detached because, well, I didn't get to the college like most people got to the college. I was actually an orphan before I went to various schoolings and actually befriended a professor who saw me get into different kinds of troubles, and they thought that it would be a good idea to keep me occupied by keeping my head in a book. And then I found out about magic, and then I started practicing blood magic because I thought that it's the only thing that, from the art at least, that is always readily available. That you can see it. Not everyone can see the art flowing around, the brightness, the colors that might radiate of magic, but blood is always there. You guys can see it. I can see it. So I learned to manipulate it.
Has Lamarches ever talked about what happened to the college?
Not extensively, but if you ask, so what happened?
Yeah.
I was like, well, for me, I was studying, of course. The Great College was one of the only colleges that would let you study openly whatever magic you fancied. So I was studying blood magic, and my professor, who, was also one of the founding members of the college, and some of his cohorts were studying magic to open planes and portals, permanent planes and portals to other planes, should I say. And it didn't go so well. They, instead of making a portal that would be permanently wiped the college, Mars Gate, off the face of the map. And everyone got sucked in. The students, the civilians, some of us stayed there for years, hundreds of years, on the ethereal plane before even getting anywhere close to getting back to the material plane. But I hear stories of some of us popping up on the material plane. I personally have not met another like myself. And if I met some and knew them, I don't know. And I knew that they had anything to do with our tragedy. I don't know if I think them deserving to be back on this plane. It's pretty. We lost a lot of good people there. A lot of people that could have changed the world. And now they have to fight to get back to it every day.
Without asking Lamartis, do I have knowledge of these events, and can I just guess like how old Lamartis actually is?
I'll make a history check.
15.
Yeah, I would say. I think with a 15, the history of that college isn't necessarily overly well known at all. So I don't think you have not heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, you could guess. Like Almer's Gate is like no one even knows where it's on a map anymore. That's how long.
Oh, that's how old it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lamartis is like old. Like probably not as old as Morphia and her people that stowed away, but he's old.
But he's still old as dirt.
Right.
Yeah.
I do think Gorgo is having a bit of an introspective moment right now, listening to Lamartis talk about his past. And she also, had lost her parents in a different way, but is aware of how complicated that makes attachments going forward. And then to also recognize that Lamartis not only lost or wasn't around family, but then also was detached from his time. I think she has new context for how hard attachments can be and is newly appreciative of the times that Lamartis has shown attachments to us.
Makes sense. As Lamartis, that's kind of why it's almost creepier that you're not aware of the civilization that you were in previously, like down below. And all these marks, they seem to be before your civilization's time.
Right. Yeah. No, definitely. Because as someone who studied all different types of, whether it's because it wasn't just a college for magic, right? We were students of history and lore and dreams. Obviously, this is a great college to study everything. So, yeah, when I don't know something, it bothers me because knowledge for me is power.
All right. Eventually get to almost the center of the trip, and Corin yells out, "Right! Prepare the tithe!" And you see miners who have also been here, Scruffy, start to bring this thick, wrapped in brown canvas object forward out of the lower docks. You can see blood coming through. They unwrap it, and it's a large deer. And they begin tying ore to it.
Can I offer to help to get a closer look?
Mm-hmm. They accept you. Begin tying it off as enough ore is attached to go. All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3, and they throw it overboard. And if you want, make a perception check with advantage.
Perception with advantage. Wow, 2 sevens. 8.
I'm also in the water. Can I look to see what happens?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Leave him alone.
Surprised they didn't take the live food.
Yeah.
Perception is plus 2, 16.
You see the steer body begin to sink, and then suddenly, with great speed, go deep and disappear out of sight. So it was grabbed by something.
Ooh.
Cassius will go to the concealed meme and just say, "Is that what you're here for?"
Yeah, she's looking in great interest. Yes. And I
What's-
can tell. I got to get a peek of it. It's an interesting creature indeed.
How can we know more?
Would have to get more. The locals told me they have a legend about it, that it is an offspring of a hag of my type. I've been underneath this land for quite some time. Curious if it is. If somehow we've been able to make different creatures.
I'll relay that to Lamartis, because I'm trying to help them as much as I can. I feel like I should talk to the mage, who might have a better understanding as to how those things work.
Well, yes, I mean, sometimes when you make deals with entities that might be there, think about how many people are transformed into beings that are otherworldly. I mean, you've seen Kentura and Gorgo. And just imagine if you could do that with an offspring that is not yet fully conceived, transformation that's permanent, that it grows in that state from a pubescent or even an egg and with a human or any of our people here, and ends up being something that is greater than any transformation that a being or humanoid could ever accomplish. And of course, there's conjurations of magic, but this seems like a permanent being, one that was altered from conception.
So I guess, are we planning? What do you think? Do you think we should stick around and figure this problem out, or do you feel like we need to go elsewhere?
Well, I think the best thing would sometimes to listen to the stories that people say, whether it's the lore or people that have somewhat caught glimpse. I think the more we learn about what we are hunting and fighting, the greater chance we have of actually defeating it.
Very good.
When Gorgo will hunt deer, right? I'm sure she's familiar of their grazing patterns and where they eat, where they sleep, the paths they will walk and take to get to those places. We need to do the same for this beast.
Yeah, the next tithing isn't for another week, is that right?
Correct, I believe so. But that will give us time to learn from the locals about what they have to say of the beast, what times it comes out, what food it prefers. I personally do not want to go into the waters to fight the thing, but if we have to.
Knowing us, I feel like that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Yeah. I hope you still have your gondola skills.
All day, every day. I'm surprised it'll let me drive this boat.
Yeah, we'd probably get there a lot faster.
Speaking of getting to a destination, do we see Linsk at all, or is it still a ways away?
So after the tithe is put in, the boat continues. You get closer to the city. The red light is the first thing that gets you as begin moving into the docks. Seems to be built from local wood harvested from the stillborn forest. You see tightly packed row houses that line muddy streets, lit by red glass lamps. Some of the better houses have red tinted glass. Others, in less repair, have thick curtains to hold in light. You see the perimeter constantly patrolled by guards and others, always on watch from the forest. Gorgo, you know that this, like just about all land cities in Nostoya, is under the thumb of the vampires that rule this area, often sending servants or very low-ranking vampires here to collect the tithe that is due. So people suppressed by them and apparently some creature in the lake as well. But the high-ranking ones never visit. Unless you are docked and as you just begin to approach the ones, the adventurers that came with you, kind of look at you. Huh, looks like you all have a new friend. So many here, you all bow your knee to the rulers of this land, yeah?
No, we don't.
You don't? Why wouldn't you? They rule, yes? They provide you with everything you want?
Not us. We've gotten everything we wanted from ourselves. That's the world you live in, kid.
Yes, but this village pays its tithe.
Is it both? Is it to both that monster in the river and to these vampires? Or do they all share in it?
No, it's two. It is these vampires that are so interesting, don't you think?
There's something. I don't think interesting is the word I'd pick.
And what would you pick?
I'm looking at this guy talking to me. What is he? Is he just? Is he different than everybody else? Like, is he with a bunch of people? Or is it just him?
He's one of the adventurers. Like, this is actually Dara who's talking to you.
Oh.
Who came out with you?
I guess just another obstacle. That's my answer to that.
I see.
Torland, who's been listening, says that generally it is the noble obligation to protect the common folk that are beneath you. These vampires in charge, they don't seem to care about protecting, more like they care about oppressing.
I see.
I am actually surprised that the vampires have let this monster in the lake last for so long, if it is making the town split its resources between a tithe for the lake and also a tithe for the vampires. It would seem that the vampires would want more for themselves.
Aye. You know, they call this whole area the Tithe Water.
So the vampires are afraid of it.
No,
That or they just simply don't care.
they just know that's where their money comes from, where they get their tithes. It's, tell you, there are those who share your opinions. Even in the city of those who rule. Should you wish to have a friend, you can find those who would break the crown of those that oppress this land. The question here, there are two questions with two answers that you must know if you are to find friends that would like to dull the fang of this land. The first is, how do you satisfy the masters of death? And the elven woman with Dara answers, you bleed, you kneel, you breathe no longer. The second, how do you defeat the masters of death? Well, the woman answers, you bleed, you rise, you topple their thrones.
Molly, I can't find my pen. Are you writing this down?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. I am too slow for that.
I just finished the first one. I'm working on the second one. And I don't remember the question part, but I remember the answer.
There you go.
How do you defeat the Masters of Death? Okay.
Anyway, we'll be around a bit if you have any other use, but let me help you.
Since Cassius is sitting next to me, I'm sure I can hear this conversation. Who sent you guys to receive the tears?
We are ravens. And we are interested in using this to destroy these rulers. Gods may be dead, but what's left of them might be good weapons.
But in that, he doesn't say exactly who sent them. Or
No.
well, I only want to know, because if they are aware of such powers as the tears, maybe they could help us locate something we are looking for.
We were sent by those who would break the crown.
We must seek them out. Maybe they know where.
Yeah.
What was it? The void. What was it? God damn it!
Yeah.
I don't have my notes next to
Lily
me.
of the Void.
The what of the void, Molly? I'm sorry.
Lily of the Void.
Lily of the void. Yes.
Yeah. They whisper to you, as far as the name they go, the Crown Breakers. They go, but We won't find any of them here. And essentially begin to make their way. As things dock, it looks like things are being unloaded. Corin is getting ready to go back. As getting things off, putting whatever needs to be on. Looks like there's one single passenger going the other way across the lake. And for here, we'll go ahead and take our break.
It's
Okie dokie.
See y'all soon.
Yeah, we'll be back
Yeah.
about 3:06 EST.
Okay.
Or 4:06, my bad. EST. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Oh crap! I have the site muted. I'm like, why is nobody talking? Idiot.
I don't know if anyone's ever made the switch from Mac to PC ever, but it's the most daunting thing I've ever done.
Are you doing it for music stuff?
Yes, just so I want to condense the room down some more. So I have basically the PC set up with more than I need. I'm just putting Pro Tools in and maybe other programs, and then maybe putting an Xbox in here. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not used to this look at all.
It takes a bit to get used to, but once you're used to it, honestly, I liked it better.
Yeah.
I would not go back myself. I'm good on my Mac.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with Apple. It's just that I needed to do more things that the computer wasn't powerful enough to do. So I needed I need double the RAM, double the cores, all that stuff.
I mean, there's a lot wrong with Apple.
Pro Tools
That's
is
okay
the
to
DAW
say.
of your choice.
Yeah. If I had a choice, I'd rather do Ableton than Pro Tools. I'm already very familiar with Pro Tools because it's just like part of the industry standard. But it's
Ableton is what I'm learning now.
It's fun. I'm trying to get certified in some stuff, but it's I joined the class late, so I'm kind of missing a couple of things. So I'm hoping I get to get certified soon.
That's what's up.
Matt, I don't want to break anything too much. In my head, Gorgo's lore is that she is in an abandoned hunter's lodge in the woods or something. So it's not like she has a key to anything. It's just like a forgotten house or whatever that she was sleeping in while she was living here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is the map.
Yeah, I put a little bit of a impression of the port city of Lunsk.
Oh, that's so cool. We have to know what these fires are doing, just around the border. If it's something more than that, that looks so cool.
From what I remember in the city, and I think Matt mentioned it last session, but it's because it provides light to the city, but the red light isn't registered by the demons and stuff in the woods.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome! I'm writing that down so I don't forget that.
Wait, where are you seeing it? Where are you seeing the map?
It's in Discord.
The mid-game chat.
Ooh, the red.
Oh, I just scroll down. I'm stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but he unloads. Dockhants here are waiting. They unload. Begin to send Corin on their way. One passenger makes the trip back across the Glasswater Lake. The ones who identified themselves now as the Ravens, they go, "We have business elsewhere," and they continue. So Dora says, "I have a contact, one Sarah Stras, if you ever need anything." They move. But here there's boats and slips for those traveling down the lower tidewater. This takes you around the coast of Soma. Could even take one to Novostoya. Boats are docked. This would generally be where you could find and purchase tickets and whatnot.
I'm gonna turn back into human form.
Yeah.
Well, I guess start fact finding. I guess want to ask around town, see what they know about this monster. Maybe we can do something about it.
I agree.
I'm sure that if it's been a plague to this town the whole time, there are bound to be people that have at least thought of fighting it.
Yes, and
Maybe even have fought it in return.
Maybe you've gathered more info than just stories and folklore.
Yeah.
one of the easiest places to do that is in a bar or tavern of sorts. And I need time to write out new schematics for a prosthetic. As much as I don't mind being one-handed, I think I could conjure something up that could be useful. Need someone, although I could make those schematics and get an idea, I have no idea in terms of getting it made. So I would have to find someone that's skilled in the trade.
And Gorgo, I know you said you were going to go hunting for some deer.
Sure. Is that something that we want to do now? Or do we want to talk to the townspeople first? Are we wanting to split up?
Well, I don't think that you should go in those woods alone. I would hate to not get you back. So maybe we talk to a little bit of the townspeople's first, and then we set off early light to catch some morning grazing for the deer.
Morphia, are you good to stick around? Do you want to come with us, chatting the people up?
I can stay. I would rather not talk to people, but I'll walk with you.
Maybe you'll learn a thing or two about how these ruffians work. And maybe we can get you into an eating competition, Torlin.
Oh, well. I'm not eager to rush it.
Neither are we. But, we can always make a quick buck. Gorgo sure knows how to make bets.
I'm not the best at winning them, but I can make them.
But yes, let's go off and see what the people have to say about Aglishef.
Algishif.
Marcus, you were close.
Matt, I
Yes.
have from my background a feature called Ear to the Ground that says I have a connection, a contact in any city I visit, a person who provides information about the people and places of the local area. Is that something that I can do while we're
is.
chatting?
Certainly is. You would know probably the best place would be the Tidewater Tavern.
Okie dokie. All right, there, you guys. Yes.
Were we here in the beginning of this campaign to the Tidewater Tavern?
Yep.
Was it Luska? Oh gosh.
Oh god, of course you remember this place.
Oh
my god.
It is all making sense.
Coming full circle.
Oh man. Okay.
Should we ask about the sage as well?
Absolutely. I absolutely want to know where this guy is and where to find him.
All right.
Just disappointed.
Does when Torlin looks at Cassius when he says that, does Cassius look like bloodthirsty, or at least eager to punch this guy's lights out?
It's more the latter than the former out there. I mean, hey, you trick us into going into a crypt and get ambushed by a lich, you're gonna develop a grudge. But yeah, I guess even after recent events, it's more amplified now.
With grumpy determination, I will lead the party to the thing, the tavern.
Go into the.
Very nice.
I could imagine being like a port city. They have like minnow shots.
Ooh.
Yeah, the two you know here. Sorry. As you open here, it's the end of the timber and clapboard row houses, just along the water beside an arcing bridge that spans the river that the lake bleeds out into. It's small, but about 6 tables. There's a kitchen downstairs. You know, there's a total of 4 rooms for rent that are upstairs. And as you walk in, there are 4 people, 2 of which you know well, and 2 others which you're a little less familiar with, but aware of who they are. The 2 you know well can talk to are 2 hunters, sort of like yourself. Ones that keep larger creatures away from the town and will go out. This is Lila Razgren, who's a human female, and Silver Bowen, who's a non-binary human. They share a table. They're talking quietly. See, Silva doesn't quite see you yet, and just is trying to give a "don't come near me" impression to your friends. In the back table, you do see the proprietor, Ger Aller. He's a male human, and he's beside the back, and you see the mayor of Lunsk, Rocher Duchesne, talking to him.
We didn't meet the mayor before, right? He never
No.
was in the tavern. I guess what I would like to do is, I'm guessing he's like wearing some type of, maybe looking a little bit better than others.
Yeah, so Gorga's the one at first sees him because she knows who everyone is.
Right.
And you see Rocher, he's got a very nice, like, essentially suit on. Very well-tailored jacket, big, thick beard with white and red, hair slicked back and with some type of oil, and essentially an ascot over an upturned collar.
I see a nicely dressed man talking to bar owner. I try to sit close, but not too close, but close enough to hopefully overhear a conversation.
I don't know if this changes. Like, I think Gorgo would, like, quietly, like, be like, that is the mayor. That is the guy who owns the tavern. Or, like, whatever, before you walk over.
Sure.
And I do think Gorgo would present herself from the party towards the hunters. I think I want to gauge their reaction to recognizing me. I don't know if we have good relations or bad relations.
Right. This is kind of your feast, so you're good enough.
Okay. I do think I would go directly to them. I think I want the political sector of this town to not think of me at all.
Yeah. Lila is the one that talks to you the most. You see Silva just... You've been gone quite a while and just is not overly interested. But Lila's a shadow of conversation. She's friendlier. There seems to be a little bit of worry or mistrust. But as you come over, you hear them talking about they're still missing, you know. Yes. It is very troubling. It's Gorgo.
Friends, hello. It has been entirely too long. You guys would not believe the shit I have been through. And I will sit down at the table with them.
Are you aware of any of the others?
To be honest with you, I got wrapped up in some really crazy shit and I have just gotten back to town.
Oh, since you went missing, many others have too.
Really?
It's in the stillborn forest. They just go.
It is really tricky in there. You have to be so careful.
But now that you're back, would you mind going to look for them?
I do have quite a roster of things I have to take care of, but I mean, perhaps.
Citadel and Mole, who are gone.
Tudel and Mole. Are they also hunters?
Mm-hmm. You know them as other hunters. They were. There was traps they were supposed to check. Of course, Gogo, we are hunters. We can pay your fee. One of your friends?
So yes, I have made friends, which is very strange for me, but now they are traveling with me and I now cannot. It is weird because I want to talk to them before committing to anything, which is a very new experience for me, but yeah, I think I would like to bring this information to them. At the worst thing they could do is help me more. So I think it would be good to loop them in.
Of course. Let us know. We need. You look tougher than the last you were. Your friends look like they could take quite a bit more scrap than us.
We literally clawed ourselves out of our own graves. It was wild.
Seriously.
Well, I mean a little figuratively, but mostly literally.
Kind of give you.
Anyways, can I get you guys a drink?
Of course. We would gladly accept one from the Vengeful Fang, eh?
Alrighty, I will excuse myself from the table. I will touch base with my friends as I am at the bar ordering drinks for me and my two old companions. No, not companions. My two old contacts.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Jer's there, who is Gorgo. Good to see you. What can I get you?
I will take 3 of your finest ales.
That'd be 1 silver, 5 copper, please.
I will hand over 2 silver.
Appreciate it. You see Rocher looking at you and looks starts taking in all of your companions. Very careful eye. Lamartes, as you were trying to listen, does seem to see Gorgo and also everybody else, and hear Rocher, the fine dressed man, kind of go, "Do you know any of these?" Cher answers, "I do. Gogo, she's takes, shall we say, more intimate contracts. These others, I do not know." "Well, they certainly look like they could get in a scrap." "Rocher, I told you, I do not think it's a..." "Ger, you worry about your little business here. I'll worry about the other things."
Is the mayor a vampire?
No.
There's like some, is it like, is the tension between them just business, or is it also like an intimate tension that they have as well? Can I tell?
Seems business and like a little political.
Okay. But they were mostly just talking about Gorgo and obviously handling the business, whatever business the mayor has in mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I do think. Go ahead, Lamartis.
No, I'm just thinking. Sorry.
Gorgo, I think, would be passing by her friends on the way, and I think Lamartis looks, concentrating on something else. So she would go to Cassius and probably Kintora, not too like far away, but be like, "All right, I have talked to my old contacts in the city, and they said actually that people are going missing in the woods. If we could help give them information about that, I think that they could help give us information about things we wanted. They offered payment and money, but I don't know if maybe we would want to do a trade of information instead."
No, trade's good.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how I feel about fighting for these people.
Cassius actually
Since we
looks at
don't
him
know
like,
their
yeah.
motives.
What do you know about the mayor, Gorgo?
What do I know about the mayor, Matt?
Roche, you know that he essentially inherited the mayorship from his father. Still elected official, but it just kind of passed without much notice. Other than that, you don't know much. Yeah, I'd say you just haven't had cause, and you had no reason for him to want to know who you are.
He's kind of a like rich boy, daddy's boy sort of thing. They just sort of left him in the mayoral place because his dad had, went kaput, and then he kind of got the same gig.
When kaput, did you do that?
Is the barkeep still talking with the mayor?
Yeah.
Gorgo will roughly elbow Cassius and be like, "No, I did not do it, but don't say stuff like that out loud."
Just thought I'd ask.
The conversation comes around. Now you see that the mayor is looking at all of you, kind of just inspecting, gauging you. Interestingly.
I think Torlin's seeing that like he's not like currently talking to the bar owner and like over business, blah blah blah. She'd go up to the tavern owner's like, "Excuse me, have you seen another ogreish about my height? She looks like me,
Aww.
but her hair is like longer and she's wearing I wouldn't say like finery. She would have been offering healing services, and I have reason to believe she might have been in the company of other women."
Oh, spicy.
Have you seen a woman like that?
You say large woman, your size?
Yeah. But obviously much
Yeah.
more radiant.
Yeah, says, I have, actually. She proceeded, I believe, to Void.
That is more towards the south, is it not?
Yes.
How long ago would you say that was?
I don't know, maybe a few weeks?
Well, thank you. Thank you. I guess I'll see what I can do to expedite our direction that way.
After a little bit, Roche purchases an ale for everybody, puts it on a table. Goes, "Friends! New arrivals to our fine city. Please, my name is Roche Duchesne. Sorry, my name is Roche Duchesne, and I would welcome you to our fine city. I am pleased. I do believe, from what I know, Gargo, isn't it?
Yes, that is me.
Gargo, we are glad you are alive and back safely, I must say. And I regret that I have not had a chance to meet you, but I am happy that you are alive. Come sit. I would love to talk with you about some business, actually. If you wouldn't mind entertaining me, I have provided you some refreshment, as you can see.
Can I? Okay, I'm going to tell you specifically what I'm wanting to insight check. So there was a change in demeanor. Did the previous demeanor seem familiar to me? When he was first starting his introductions, did he seem like I had met his vibe before?
Make an insight check.
Well, 15.
15. I would say you're probably still asking yourself that. Yes, it's not a negative, but you can't be quite sure.
Okay.
Well, Jer, you still have rooms open. Yes, there are 4. You don't have 4 open anymore. You all could share the rooms. And he throws here. This is actually, he's going to go ahead and throw 3 gold on the table, or in front of them. Rooms and breakfast for these fine people. Now come, drink with me. If you want some food, I'm sure Jer would be welcome to cook some stuff while we have some discussions, if you don't mind.
Gorgo will sit down at one of the chairs near the mayor, but will look over to the 2 hunters that she was talking to and see if they seem concerned.
They do seem interested and a little wary.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Lamarchus actually stays at the bar, drinking the ale that he was giving. He is listening to the conversation, back to the bar, looking at the table.
Okay.
Cassius will sit with him and just kind of, if he can, get the chair next to him, just so his attention would be more to him than the rest of the group.
I think Torlin would sit directly across from him. And I was wondering if I could insight on whether or not this seems like he's doing this as a way to like schmooze. Like, I'm giving you guys the nice cozy treatment. I want you to do something for me.
Yeah, make a insight check.
Hey, Buster.
Ooh, 16. I got double 12s on disadvantage.
Yeah.
Nice.
The type of slickness that this individual has is the type that leaves a nasty residue on your fingers. He has this veneer of cheer and civility, only to wrap around a very slimy core. Though you don't think he has it out for you in any villainous way, definitely he has an agenda that he wants to pursue, and he definitely buttering all you up. And even as he kind of says our fine town, all these things, you don't think he believes that for a second. You feel that he has no love or care at all for this place.
Torlin knows these types of people. She's seen them plenty.
Cassius will try and talk him up a bit, and he's just going to say, like...
And Morphia, you're here too. Feel free to please interact and jump in.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I would stand behind Gorgo, because for some reason I feel like I like her a little bit. And so like I'll stand behind and like put my hand on the back of her chair.
Mr. Mayor, this isn't the first time this group has convened at this very tavern. Not too long ago, we were all here on a job, our first job together.
Well, I'm sorry I did not get to meet you all.
No, our rendezvous here was quick and to the point. Though the outcome of that endeavor wasn't to our liking, and I just you seem like a guy who's more well connected than anybody in this town. Does a Night Seer Sage ring a bell to you at all?
Not Seer Sage. I can't say I've met a gentleman that has identified themselves by that title.
And I'll go at lengths to describe what I remember that man.
Can't say that I place him.
Well, it's a shame. I'd really like to get a chance to square up a deal that he still needs to oblige. He does owe us all quite a bit of gold.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I meet this individual whom you describe or hear this name, I'll certainly point you his direction.
That's very generous of you, Mariers. What a diplomat.
I do not tolerate those who would not pay their debts to such fine and obviously skilled people as yourself.
You are so perceptive in knowing these things. You have a very interesting town and a very interesting surroundings. What is this monster in the depths right outside your city?
Right. To tell you the truth, I would like to talk to you about that.
Great minds think alike.
Yes. And I would say this is just not quite the place to have such a delicate conversation.
Oh, why not? I'm pretty sure we're all friends here. Nobody's prying eyes around here. You can trust us.
No. I do not think so. Nothing against you. I trust you to. I say I trust most people to do what they say they'll do for a appropriate payment. We all have to live in this world, and if we go about known as renegers or, I would say, vagabonds or thieves, that would not do any of us any good. So, anyway, I would like you to join me at my home. I'd love to escort you. We can go now if you'd like. And I can entertain you there, and we could talk our business a little bit more privately.
Return to the group and gauge their reactions to this. We're like, fine dining, little info, probably a job. I like it.
The Martis has 3 empty beer mugs in front of him now, and he just with his one hand in the mug, he like gives a thumbs up as he like sloshes beer in front of him.
I would be totally fine with that, Mr. Mayor, but I would like to say goodbye to my friends over there before we go.
Absolutely, Miss Gorgo. Do whatever you need to do, and then we can make our way to more comfortable arrangements.
Very nice, very good. Haha. And I will go back to the other 2 hunters, and I will be saying goodbye to them totally normally, but in thieves' cant, I will be saying other things. You guys, this mayor is giving me such a weird vibe.
Roche's, he has been up to something, Gorgo. He has been trying. He's invited a few of us, but no one's taken his bait. He wants something far too dangerous for the likes of us. It's though he wants to shake something up that he doesn't want someone to know.
Do you think he is connected to the hunters missing in the woods?
I don't know.
Alrighty, I spoke to my friends. We want to help you get information, but we also have some questions. We will give you information, and will you help us with our information?
To your friends?
No, I'm talking to the hunters still.
Yeah, to your hunters. I got you. Oh, to help them, like.
Yeah, about the.
Yes,
Yeah.
We can. Yes, and they briefly describe about where you can find where the traps were that they were trying to redo. Goes, you give us information, we'll help you with whatever you need.
I will. Oh, they describe it or they write it down for me?
Oh, they write it down if you want. Kind of look the general little map, a general location of where those traps would be.
I take it and I say, "Oh, it is so good to have your contact information. I will save this and we will touch base sometime soon." And I will put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Contact information. You can put in your Rolodex.
Alrighty, we will be in touch. It is really good to see you guys. I'm so glad you guys are not, missing like the others. All right, friends, it was so good to see you. We will have to get some drinks soon. Bye! And I will go back to the party.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? I don't know if it's going backwards too much.
You can ask it, sure.
While Cassius was talking to the mayor, could I have insight checked, or can I have observed the hunters to see if they had reacted at all to the words Night Seer Sage?
They didn't.
Okay, great, cool, thanks.
All right. Let's follow him out.
As you go, you leave through, and he begins escorting you through the town. That's right. This way. And this young woman is running through the streets, and you see Roche here just kind of sigh. And she's in clean but a tattered dress. Stops all of you immediately. I need some help. As she goes, is immediately seeing this, he kind of and spits right near her feet.
Oh.
And goes, pay the beggar woman no heed and move on.
Mayor, I'm actually very disappointed in your demeanor. This is...
Yeah, I don't want to help you anymore.
This is a citizen of your town. What good is what is worth keeping the livelihood of your town full when you have people in need and you will not help them?
It is to help them that I wish to discuss. I deal with the bigger things. Her things are small, minute, and not worthy of my attention.
I turn from him and I start talking to her and what's the issue?
You just look like those who travel and are a little more sturdy, I guess. I hope you will help me. My beloved Vedran, it's been gone too long. I have not heard from him. I'm afraid something has happened to him.
What does he do?
He lives in Riven. No easy trip for me. I would hope that you'd be willing to travel there and search for him to make sure he's okay. Usually he goes back and forth and...
Do I know how far that is from here?
No, but it's probably about a week or two by land.
Okay.
I mean, I know I don't have any gold, but I know if you to help me, I know Vedran would be so pleased that my mind was eased that he would give you a stay in his house.
What's your name, darling?
Libby.
Libby. We're gonna take care of some business. But I think you may have found some help tonight. But give us some time. We will definitely start making our way. Just give us time.
Right. She begins wiping her tears.
Where are you staying?
We're both hoping to. I don't know if she'd stay anywhere, right? I stay. There's a rundown boathouse Oh, a squatter. How lovely. I pay my rent, Mayor. I pay my 1 copper. Oh, beautiful.
I toss her. I'm gonna take out. How much money do I have? I'm not gonna give her a lot, but I'll give her like 8 silver, and it's like this should keep you in your abode for a couple of days at least while we take care of things.
Thank you. Thank you. And she runs, goes, I'll be there. And she points generally where it is. It's not very crazy. You do see the house she points to, and you watch her run to it. Well, it is certainly amazing to be in the presence of such fine individuals as yourself, who are eager to take jobs wherever they find them, even the humblest of circumstances.
We leave problems like this out of view, and they tend to fester, Mayor. You don't want smaller problems getting too big to handle.
Not to mention, we won't just help anyone.
A little charity goes a long way, especially when it's with us.
I'm not even sure if we want to help you.
Well, if you're not looking for work, and I'll get you, but at least hear me out. Come. I'm sure you could use some soft cushions and a little bit of fine food to ease your ways.
Just a conversation.
All right. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we have rooms at the inn.
By my custom.
Fair.
Morphia like walks up to the front and like kind of points and says like, "Let's go then." And tries to get him to like go.
Yeah. He takes you to this 2-story wooden house near the center of town. There's a red light over the front door. And it is similar in size to some houses around it, but as you come in, it is richly appointed with furs, wood that seems to be intricately carved into animals. There's this fire that burns hot and bright in a large central sitting room, fireplace. And you realize that he had not been here, and he might be one of the few people who live here, and yet it was hot. But it does seem to push back the darkness. You see heavy curtains over the windows, and no light from within can get down to the street.
I will kind of fumble around and look to see if there's anything of interest lying around, like tables and whatnot.
He does give all of you a glass of mulled wine. It's warmed, as well as there's foods and different like smoked meats and fried meats that kind of a table around. You're able to enjoy. As you're looking, this female woman catches your eye. She wears a large dress that bells out below in white lace. Wow. My oh my. If it isn't a fish that's walking, I am so glad to meet you. My name is Marina Duchesne. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
Huh. Well, you look strange to me as well, Marina.
I bet I do. You're probably used to people with all types of scales and who knows what else attached to them. This is called flesh. I don't know, but anyway, it is such a curiosity.
I've had man flesh before.
Aren't you just a hoot? Oh,
I love her.
Unfortunately, so do I.
Big fan of Marina.
I don't know if anyone's seen True Blood, but these people remind me of like Russell Edgington and
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've got some really interesting stuff around this house. Would you mind showing me around?
Oh, certainly. I do believe my husband,
tours.
he does have some business to attend with you. I would think afterwards I would gladly do that. He does get rather impatient.
Well, maybe he'll start a little bit faster next time. Nice to meet you.
Oh, believe me. I'm much more concerned about his finishing than his starting. But it's all right. Now, let's go ahead and sit down.
Wowee.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. Whoa.
I stand
Alright.
Marina.
Wow.
As she sits down, she provides some of the refreshments as well, and they have a kiss. And though it's very much like she kisses him on the forehead, he goes, "Right, thank you, dear." Now, you may have heard. In fact, you mentioned it. We'll have a little bit of a issue with the Algersfifth. That is here. He has been. It has been terrorizing our town for before I was born. Now, my father, his other fine attributes notwithstanding, I believe was a little soft. He arranged the tithe system with the monster itself, one that has put quite a strain on all businesses, and I wish that strain relieved. Now, I simply ask you, for money I might add, to free this town from this oppressive creature. It is the most vicious of things. She has terrorized us. The horrific deaths that have come on her will. Well, she was so enraged once that she cursed a mayor. The one before my father, actually, Eliza Duchesne, turned her into a twisted monster. She has strangled and flayed people here.
So wait, so I'm learning that the monster is a she.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. Lamartis is drunk. Jalen just can't hear.
So,
No.
what's in it for you exactly?
For me, it's really not about me. It's about this town. It's about knowing that my people no longer have to pay some homage to something just to use waters that are rightfully ours, that they don't have to fish or boat in fear, and even
Can I
our
interject him?
businesses, of course.
Morphia would lean forward and say, "I don't believe you."
Oh yeah, absolutely. Cassius, I'm gonna let the check go through, but I also have things to say to rebuke that.
Yeah,
Alright,
I don't believe
can't
you.
find my phone, so I have to pull up.
I don't even think Torlin has to like vibe
Sure,
check
sure,
this
I'm-
guy. I think the only thing, like,
Oh yeah,
she told
I'm
I
about
don't
to catch him
believe
in a
him
lie.
either.
I
I'm about
just-
to catch him in a lie.
yeah.
All right. 16.
Ooh.
Nice.
I would say there's a few things here that is a little interesting about this particular person. One, you feel he's playing up the poor defenseless, town a little much. It's hard to tell exactly what, but something about the way that he wanted us to talk about this secretly, and yet this thing's supposed to be such a horror doesn't add up. such a horror. Why wouldn't he publicly talk to people about getting rid of it? Certainly, he definitely does not care as much about the townsfolk as he cares about himself being perceived as weak, or himself feeling weak. And he says he much more does not want to be a weak person who's under the thumb of some type of creature than he cares about anything about the people.
So like he wants the power for himself and like to not be threatened, basically, by something else.
Yeah, it more concerns him that a monster taking things from his people is an insult to him, and makes him weak rather than the actual effect it has on the people.
Narcissist.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Cassius is gonna lean in and be like, I can understand having the swamp monster is a problem, and tithing is definitely something you look down on. Yet you still tithe to your kindred masters of this land.
Oh, I indeed am. Which, when it comes to the idea of payment for this thing, I could pen you a letter of introduction to Baron Mihail the Wolf himself.
Is that a name that any of us are familiar with?
Where's Orlin when you need him?
I know.
Just break in. You don't need your letter.
I'm certainly you could think you could try, but what can I say?
So let me get this straight, and may we speak frankly, because I feel like this conversation's making me nauseous. Is it true that you want us to get rid of this thing so that you can basically be the one in power over your people and not be in a state of unknowing? And if so, how much money are you willing to pay us? And what else can you offer besides money?
Well, like I said, I could offer you introduction to the steward of Lunsk himself.
Okay. Next.
You have to excuse her. She's a bit much.
Yeah, we've established breaking in.
I see. Well, also, I could give permission to travel.
Travel.
You see, there's boats that leave Lunsk all the time, go to all the cities beyond. Heck, it could even take you to Novastor itself if you would so be inclined, but not without recognition. And that recognition comes from my office.
So influence.
Yes.
I see your game. I understand.
Certificate to travel anywhere you want in these lands. Well, you could take any job after that.
The Marcus is like laughing a little bit, the cheese and wine. And you guys don't know why he's laughing, but he's laughing that everyone was so gun-ho about killing this monster. Now there's some shady guy is asking him to kill this monster.
That's what I was just thinking too.
I know. I just want to know.
I was like, we're gonna kill it anyway.
I know we are.
Squeeze him for everything he's worth.
Yeah.
He's a jackass.
I just don't like the guy. Yeah,
Him
that's
for
it.
all he has.
I want to give the guy a hard time.
It makes me think the monster's just misunderstood.
Yeah, it's like the book Nobody Likes a Goblin. I don't know if you guys know that. And to those who have children, I recommend it.
Awesome.
Well, lucky for me, I don't have children. No. I think Morphia because obviously, like, she doesn't really have any understanding of why everyone else feels the way they do, or really who they are even, is interested in doing this. And so she kind of like gets closer to him and starts asking more questions about the monster. So I think she would ask, like, she says, like, let's be honest, we all know you're not telling the whole truth, but I think you have more information about this monster than you're letting on. So what else do you know?
Well, I know that it likely makes its abode in the northwestern part of the lake. Now, from there, I do not know, as I believe anyone who's gone that far becomes their own type of tithe, I think. But none have gone as healthy as all of you. But much else I don't know if I have. Only what I said, that we are forced to pay on threat of death.
So did you bargain with the monster for this, or did you find that that's the only solution that you could come up with?
It was my father who made the deal.
What was your father's name?
Oh, my father, Reginald Roche.
Okay.
Oh my god, I've heard this story before. It's all coming together.
He made the agreement, and after I won the people's favor to be the next mayor after his untimely passing, I've kept up the tithe and the agreement. But if one part is already dead of the original agreement, should the other die, that would just be good for the whole town.
So your father like communicated with the monster?
I guess I was too young to know the specifics. All I know is forever, whether in deer or blood or gold, will pay for our livelihood. You see, our vampire masters, as assumed as they are, their threat isn't of life or death. They're like any government. Simply want their taxes, and in return they provide their services and their general protection. This creature provides no good for the community. It's simply a parasite that needs fixing.
Why have your vampire endorsers, or whatever the word would be, why have they not helped you kill the monster?
Oh, this town isn't the most shining jewel. Heck, they wouldn't even grace its dirt to be on their boots. So we don't bring in such a heavy contribution as to be worthy of their direct attention in such a way, which honestly, by most accounts, I think we would rather have. Best they not come.
If they don't protect you, what are you paying for?
Well, they don't protect us from such as the monsters in the woods or that of the lake, but certainly invaders. Those who would come across the mountain seeking to burn or take away the what little wealth we do have in this small town. They are quite afraid of our rulers.
You're referring to your Borak Empire, whatever they're called. Is that correct?
Yes.
Morphea looks at everybody and just says that we should do it.
Our new friend here seems to think we have an accord, and I say, yeah. This monster will be taken care of.
Well, excellent.
That was scary.
He's nutty.
I'm so pleased. Now, please, finish your refreshments. I do have other business I must attend, and Marina, dear, would you be so kind as to see them the rest in here and see them out once they are finished with what we have provided? Well, of course, hon. You go, you take care of your business. Me and these fine people will be just fine. Oh, I know, you are such a lovely peach. And he gets up and goes.
If I hear that, I'm gonna get close to Peskel if he's here, and I'll without saying anything and out of view of everyone, I'm just gonna point at the mayor and like basically hint at him, just like get small and follow him.
I can have my imp turn invisible, and I'll put my consciousness into it and just make it look like I passed out while eating.
Yeah, I'll stay around Peskel and make sure he's not like disturbed or anything.
Yeah.
Or you, I guess I shouldn't.
Well,
just dip
my
away.
oh my, looks like your one friend has maybe had a little too much of the mulled wine.
I haven't had enough, so I will stick right here, and babysit it. You guys take the tour.
Oh, so if tour you want, then we can arrange that. That is absolutely keen. Now, my husband, he's to details, and I am so glad to have, I think he said you're new visitors. But Gorgo, I have heard quite the reputation from you. You are quite skilled, and it is a pleasure to have you in my abode.
Oh, good. As long as it is a good reputation, then I am happy.
Oh, it is quite good. I have quite a friend who has been released from quite a contract thanks to you. Now, for the rest of you, do you have something, Gorgo?
Well, yes. I don't know how I can do this. I want to make a general... Gorgo doesn't like the mayor. And Gorgo would like to look for evidence that the mayor is secretly cheating so that she can kill him. So
she's got priorities. I love it.
She wants to know if he is, walking out on his marriage vows in any kind of way so that she will have an excuse, according to her code, to murder him.
Torlin will just be going like, "You have a lovely home."
What would you like to look for? Like, what do you like?
While we're
describe
getting a
this for me?
tour, I want
Okay.
to see, So I want to see if the lady, her cheery exterior is hiding inner pain, or evidence of are there lipstick smudges on his shirts in the closet or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just like a soap opera. Like the one blonde hair. On the...
This is why I'm stepping off of this interaction. This is why I'm babysitting.
I am going to get this woman to fall in love with me. Don't you worry.
Gorgo is checked out of. She is just on autopilot. She's actually being a Sherlock Holmes.
Sure. Give me an insight check
I don't know where it came from, but I have an inspiration, and I'm going to use it now to make this with advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
$14.
14. Give me investigation as well, I think, at the same time here.
I like that a lot better. Well, I don't. That's also a 13.
All right. Get the tour, and it is a fine house, adorned with, silks and King Tura, you recognize some Laneshi art.
Ooh.
There's
would I assume that it was stolen?
Yeah.
I don't know, would you?
I mean, okay, so lore-wise,
that's a very
it says
character
that
reason.
The Laneshi have not made grand contact with the surface world.
Okay.
That's what it says.
I mean,
right?
that's up.
So,
I mean, that is up to
guess
that is
I
you as a
would.
character. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would assume that these are basically artifacts or something.
Okay. But you do say there seem to be things from many different cultures, and I would say you definitely would. You don't get the sense that they might have stolen anything.
But
You
they're
get
in.
you get the sense that definitely they probably paid for these things them
Okay.
personally. Whether it was stolen before then, what who's to
Right.
say? But these people certainly paid money for it. And Gorgo, as you go through the house in this fine house, there is the master bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's just kind of, they don't go in, doesn't show you into it, but just shows it to you. It seems not very used. And kind of brushing by some of the ones. She doesn't introduce every room, but as you kind of just take peeks, even as she walks, she closes the door here or there. Go, oh, that's this little storage closet, and moves. You do see what looks like what is likely a private room for Rocher, and a private room for Marina. Of their own, that they would sleep separately and have their own private quarters, as well as two other rooms that I'm going to say you're able to drop something and look under, like, just the door, the little space between the door and the floor, very quickly, and you just see the bed chamber with like some like silk rope kind of hanging off. And
They do the freaky stuff. Okay.
and these seem separate from their quarters. These are two other rooms. And one seems more decorated from here, one seems more decorated from here. So you get the feeling there might be all types of things. Cheating kind of indicates that it would be one not knowing what the other is doing, but you don't think either are breaking rules with the other.
Oh.
But they have their own.
Morphia, there is a
sets.
chance for you.
Yes!
My wife!
Here I am making pacts with demons, and everyone else is just trying to get laid.
Hey, from their point of view, that's what you did when you were at the hotel.
They're right.
You had it with
Absolutely
three ladies.
Absolutely right.
Hell yeah!
I missed all the pineapple motif when walking in.
You have no idea how pumped I am right now.
And Gorgo's really bummed because she wanted to kill him and now she cannot.
Wait, is Pop
Alrighty.
The Muntus is actually just in the room that they left him in with Cassius and Pascal's body, and now that he feels like he is in a comfortable spot, he starts writing on a parchment of the schematics for a prosthetic.
Very good.
Actually, Cassius will ask you of something. Your wizard sheets. Can you spare one for me?
Your wizard sheets.
I would usually charge for this, but for you, I'll give you one.
Awesome.
Slide it over to him.
Cool. I'm gonna get that and start inscribing something in private. Carry on.
The point, there was like an upstairs like waiting area sort of, and like a sitting room, and she goes, well, you've gotten to see our home. I hope it's been pleasing to your eyes. Is there anything I could do for you? My husband sometimes is big on work details and small on other things.
I would actually love to use your bathroom before we leave.
Oh, darling, that is fine.
If you could just point me to the direction, you have guests here to entertain. I will make my way.
tell there's like this like. Well, notice that you get that she's really debating whether to be a good host and to use the nearest restroom or put you to what is probably the servants area restroom. Because if you heard general appearance, like right down the hall there. Like it's
Alrighty.
paining her to let you use their upper bathroom.
How kind of you. I will go. Thank
Indeed, it
you.
is. Yes. I mean,
Is-
please go ahead.
Disrespect the bathroom, Gorgo, please.
Could I stealth my way to the mayor's office instead?
You get the sense that his office is on the ground floor where he went to. So if you want to do that, go ahead and roll your stealth check.
Alrighty, I lied. Can I?
Yeah, like Pascal's on using his
Yeah.
int for that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Can I stealth my way into his private bedchambers then?
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Let's go. Come on.
I have disadvantage on this because of my fucking armor. So,
What?
14.
14. See how she does.
She's got a stab.
Darling, I'm afraid you're going the wrong way there. Oh my
I am
goodness.
so
I understand you.
I was drunk. I don't know. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay. You're a class. You don't always understand words, do you? It's fine. I would not hold it against you at all. Oh God, you come on, honey.
Wait, can I like run up in front of her and try to like distract her and talk to her and like be flirty and like to the wife and be like, "This is so beautiful. This house is amazing. I haven't been awake for very long, and like everything you have here is so cool. And like, wow, this is amazing." And I kind of like push Gorgo behind me, like to try and get her to go.
Gorgo is ready to throw hands. She's momentarily distracted.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, I think you're not gonna be able to stealth to the mayor's bedchamber, but as far as you are gonna be able to go to the bathroom unescorted, I think. Well, depending here. So, Morphia, please give me a persuasion check with disadvantage because they're not.
Okay, hold on. I guess I'll just do it on here. This is probably easier.
Because they're just a little worried about maybe their special
Oh,
friend. here.
nice. 23. Oh, wait, 14.
Disadvantage.
14.
14. Okay. Come on. Oh, well. Aren't you just the sweetest
Bless your heart.
blue thing that I ever did see?
Blue thing.
Oh, excellent. And she does blush a little bit. And she goes, well, I was, and kind of looks between you and go, can you find your way to the bathroom? I guess go the opposite way, which you just did. Opposite means what you did not do.
Thank you for dumbing it down for me and my class.
Oh, of course. It's a thing that you have to know around here. Know who you're talking to. I'm sorry that I thought so much initially. But go ahead now.
My snake heads are dripping poison like they are frothing at the mouth for murder. But I will go to the bathroom instead.
I'm so mad that she's racist.
She's classist.
Classist, at least. Classist.
She's
yeah.
classist.
That's where it starts.
She was so cute. Yeah, so I like start to like act kind of dumb and like pick things up and be like, what is this? What is this?
That's a duvet, honey.
I don't know.
She is, and she's quite charmed, and she's like, well, of course. Goes, oh yeah, that was good to my great aunt, and go, well, your armor is intensely shiny, isn't it? Oh, it's quite.
I'm literally flashing her.
What's the armor? What's the armor?
No, like the armor is flashing. I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, I think it's from my people from before.
Oh, indeed. What is your background?
From what I know, uh, I I had to go to sleep and I woke up, and some dwarves had found me, and that's all I remember. So, but I'm hoping to find out more.
Oh, interesting. Well, if I could be of any assistance in anything, I would greatly welcome the opportunity.
Hmm. Do you have anything from before all of this was here? Like any artifacts?
Um, hmm. She actually interesting. I'm trying to think who's actually here right now. So she does grab and Kitura, you're there still, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. She does go to a drawer and pull out what looks like a medallion made of bone. You see it has that sigil, that sun sigil that you've seen in the ruins.
Hmm.
And she goes, I'm told that no one even knows what culture this came from. They found it buried deep below, somewhere south of the Stillborn Forest.
Can I look at it real quick?
It matches very well both the bone type of bone and the symbolism that you saw down there.
And I'm sorry, where did you get this?
Oh, occasionally explorers of all types come on through and will buy their wares of something we haven't seen before. And they tell wild tales. Tell of cities, entire culture made of bone. Something way before, well, what anyone can remember. Some say even before our amazing royalty that lives in Novstoya. Though sometimes before the Rostonians themselves.
Would you ever be willing to like make a trade or
She
let
quickly
anybody
kind of takes it, starts putting it in
purchase
a drawer. She goes, "Oh, this is a collector's item, but I'm sure you could find your own if you were either so adventurously inclined, or, well, maybe the money that I'm sure you will be paid very well to do the job to which you have been acquired for."
Who's with me right now?
Can I? Okay, so
Okay,
I have
so is
like
it just us?
Yeah, I think it's just you two.
yeah, it's just us.
And Torlin,
And
right?
Tarlin, yeah.
Can I take like one of the weird medallions I have on my like skirt thing and be like, "This is from before. Can I trade you for it?"
Yeah, and is with the dream, is that a physical? It's still physical, right? Physical object. Okay. Yeah. She goes. You can see she make a persuasion check. She's not sure if she wants to.
20.
Oh,
Nice.
A dirty 20.
Yeah.
super dirty.
Well, as long as you won't be telling my husband, I suppose this will do.
I don't know what a husband is, and then I just hold my hand out.
If you say that, as she kind of makes a trade with you, she'll grab your wrist, put her two fingers right where underneath your hand, where like the vein thing is, and run her hand down. And she goes, "That is fascinating."
This is NC-17 business.
Well, if this is too much, we can stop.
Please, this is Ken.
This is great.
My like inner queer girl panicked a little bit. A woman touching me. I take the coin and I just like hand it to Kintura in front of her because I don't know, I'm rude like that.
She doesn't seem to bother. Gorgo, what are you doing?
I would keep an eye contact.
I am thinking about the bathroom, right? This is a room that not everybody is allowed to go in. So I
Right.
am looking through the garbage, the vents. I want to see like the equivalent of the toilet tank, whatever. I don't know if they have plumbing in this, but I'm looking for evidence of the husband or like something of like strange activity that somebody is trying to hide from their normal business, like letters or whatever. I don't know, contraband.
Sure.
Random generator. Here we go.
Find like a stash of shrooms or something. Like,
Just
Hell yeah.
finds like
Use
a massive sword.
Use paraphernalia of their
His
activities.
miniature collection, tucked
upside
within
down
a
pineapple.
panel in the wall.
Oh man.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay. This
It's
one
pink underwear.
Oh,
God damn. That's not good. It's a 7.
we know he's
You
guilty.
find
It's okay.
7 pink underwears.
A 7. It looks very clean and well kept. Immaculate.
I will. What can I do to make it dirty? Because I don't like them.
You're gonna forge evidence so you can actually kill her.
I will. Like, spit on something and rub it in. I will spit on their mirror and make it all greasy looking.
You could use their toothbrushes.
Yeah, I will rub their toothbrushes in my armpits. Classist. They don't think I am of their class. Blue skin. You have scales. It's so interesting. Stupid people. And then I will go back. And I will tip over their garbage can.
All right. In the office, Pascal. Go ahead and make a stealth check just to kind of get in there.
Cool.
Well, with advantage, because it is invisibility. So your imp stealth
Yeah.
at advantage.
Yeah, I just gotta pull that up. Oh, right, I have it in my extras now. Get that to work. Oh, cool, that's plus 5. 17.
Okay. See him come here and begin opening up various books, and he is writing some notes, seems some letters, sealing them in envelopes, as well as looking over some maps and writing in what seems to be a journal.
Can I read the journal?
Reads, "At last, I might be free from Duncan's folly. Can't believe when faced with such murderous intent, he offered an offering to such an awful creature. But our enslavement to his ambassadorship may be at an end. These warriors, they have the look that they could beat death. Maybe they could be the ones that have been the death of so many. And the death of my reputation might be revived in of itself. I'm sure that most will survive when it ends."
Can I look at them? Sorry.
Yeah. You see, the letters he's writing seem to be kind of what he promised. He is writing out letters of introduction and recommendation. that he's getting ready, like kind of like just things he's getting ready to immediately write and do. He seals them, he gets locking them away.
Cool. Is there anything special about the map he's looking at? Like anything marked on it that's special or anything like that?
See, it's kind of a crudely drawn map of the lake, and he kind of looks. As you can see, there's skulls all over it that have been placed, and lines that seem to essentially like as though triangulating patterns with a circle around the northwest, as though from different deaths he's been figuring out where this monster must live.
Cool, and I can like get the relative information that he's gathered.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It's very about where you'd probably think based on his instructions.
Okay.
So it seems like he's being honest, and he's just sitting there kind of reviewing it, and it seems like he's almost seeing if there's more information that he would have and verifying that he doesn't.
Okay, cool. Then I will go back to my body, and before the wife gets back downstairs, tell Cassius and Lamartus about everything I saw.
All right. Then without further else, Marina returns back with all of you to the main trio. Well, I am so happy you've enjoyed our hospitality, but I'm afraid I do believe it's time for me to let you get on. If you, I will say there is a general store if you wish to get anything, any type of gear or that type. That would be Talathdell's. Should you need to freshen up your clothes, she is quite skilled as well. Anything else before I see you out?
Is this to all of us, or is it just the group?
All of you, they've returned.
Right. No. Just tell your husband to expect results in a matter of say days.
2 to 3 business days.
Yeah. Let's keep this business casual. Those aren't trying to charm some
Certainly.
people.
I will let him know, and I appreciate the professionalism of all of you. Oh.
Real quick, as soon as I leave, I just want a divine sense. I just want to know if there's nothing like if these people seem who they are, if there's someone hiding, if there's anything just in the general vicinity that we don't know about.
Sure. Divine sense, nothing pings.
Okay.
And she does say, well, good. And I'm sure if you come calling for him, I will leave word for you to be let in. Be quiet. He'd be quite excited to see you. And as she does, you see her kind of like, looks like she trips and kind of falls for a second, and like on her knees, go, ah!
I want to help her up.
All right. You go to help her up.
Oh, I did something bad. It's fine.
And immediately as you do, she's this wide smile on her face, and she turns her head just for you, and she'll just go, and you could call anytime just for me. And she goes, and she then gets up. Thank you all.
I pat her shoulders awkwardly.
Well, maybe not, I guess.
I don't know anything.
And she leaves you be.
Cool.
And with that, we will end for tonight.
Man, that was so much
Hell
fun.
yeah.
I don't need to watch no TV tonight. I got everything in now. Right
I'm
now.
spent. This is great.
All right. Thank you, those of you watching. We will be back on in roughly an hour to do another Well, at least I will be with some other people as we're doing Grim Hollow. And there, I believe in Riven, not in Lunsk. And we'll see what trouble they get up to in there. But all you watching, thank you so much. And we'll see you next Sunday for some more horror. Bye-bye.
Bye.